Okay. Nice to know that most of my stream elements still work. Great. It's been a while. Alright. Hello, everybody. This is I, Naven, from Naven Gaming. How's everybody doing today? Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. That seems to be doing alright. Okay. Alright. Now I got one more thing to check. Now that it's finally live, I want to... From Naven Gaming, how's everybody doing today? Ay, ay, ay. You know, I don't sound too bad on YouTube's end of things. Oh, wow. I can actually hear the dual audio from that. That's kind of crazy. All right. Let's go ahead and just leap back into that. All right. Hopefully I got all of the audio sorted out. It's hard to get the audio perfect, especially when you make certain changes for between either React content or for gaming content. Hopefully it's not going to be too bad. Okay. Anyways, with all of that out of the way, how's everybody been doing? Ugh. It's been a while since I had to wake up early to do a stream. I am not a morning person, and 9 a.m. is not exactly what I consider the most optimal time for myself. I'm usually more of like a 12 to 1 o'clock kind of guy, but I definitely do not mind waking up a little early for streaming. Oh, yeah. Alright, but yeah, today we'll be playing Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. As I have already mentioned and posted. God. A lot of crazy stuff's been happening lately. You know, like, the whole Iron Mouse thing is insane. And then the Bishojo stuff is kind of, the falling out is, it's pretty massive right now. It's honestly amazing just how it completely fucked it. Alright. But yeah, there were a lot of interesting things about that whole scenario that I would like answered. One of those things being, why in hell did they pocket that much money? Why would they, who does that, by the way? Who fucking does that? Who actually just straight up, I'm still kind of a bit peeved by that. Just like, oh yeah, we're just going to pocket the money that are big, the face of our company, the creator who is basically the face of our company. We're going to just pocket all of the money they have been fundraising for, and it's like $500,000, and it goes to a foundation, the Immune Deficiency Foundation, that not only helps people who probably possess or have very debilitating immune systems, but also make it hard for them to leave their house, make it difficult to function in normal everyday life. And on top of that, you know, your own talent relies on for resources. It's like, how the hell do you do this? It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. But yeah. Everybody else seems to be coming out with their own stories too. It's looking like they're very likely that they're going to get dragged into a lawsuit, but I don't want to harp on this too much. I kind of already talked about it in the react to why I left Shoujo video a little bit. I'm pretty much kind of like I pretty much just covered basically my thoughts and sentiments into that video, though probably with more than likely crappy-ish audio because I was still adjusting audio settings when I was trying to record the video. It was kind of hard because everything just did not want to work, so I was just like, fine, I'll just get it to a place where it's manageable, and then I'll just try to record then. And so I did. But anyways, yeah, I can't understand some companies. Sometimes it is like, how did you expect this to go? Just patently flat out. Just like, how did you expect this to go? That kind of embezzlement is also illegal. It's I can't believe that it happened because it's just so crazy to think that someone would be so greedy to do that. Like, embezzling funds is one thing. Embezzling funds from a subathon meant to raise money for charity, among other things. It's like, that's like a layer of low that only gets worse the more you think about the fact that it was going on for about a year, that they haven't paid this money, and on top of that, again, the talent who helped to raise this money benefits from this foundation. Like, it's like, there's levels of low and evil to this that just require deep examination. It's like, how despicable do you have to be? I mean, that is literal Niji Sanji behavior. It's on par, if not if it's not on par or just below surpassing Niji Sanji, it is on par or even about around I think it's probably a little further below fucking United Healthcare. It's like, how the hell do you do that? It's gonna boggle my mind until we get answers. You know, one thing I didn't really mention when I was covering that video, covering that whole thing either, you know, was that you should obviously not go and ask questions. You should not go harass the talents. You know, you should obviously not do anything other than, well, if you're going to level any criticism anywhere, it's going to be over at the feet of V Shoujo. But it's like, don't go asking or bothering the talents for stupid shit. It's don't do that. They're not going to answer questions. They're not going to want to answer questions either because of, you know, legal proceedings. It's just not, just don't do it. Don't bother the talents. They're going to stream, they're gonna be live streaming at some point. I don't remember when Iron Mouse said that she was gonna do her stream. But, yeah, you know, like, just, do what Iron Mouse asked of you in the video. Just, basically just show up and just have a good time. That's all you need to do. Don't ask any weird questions. Don't ask about the lawsuit. Don't ask about nothing. Alright? They're legally obligated not to tell you. Anyways. Yeah. Other than that, you know, and me just kind of still mulling over that, I'm just going to go ahead. We're just going to get right into it a little bit here. So, the audio settings should still be okay since the last time I touched it. Yes. One thing that was the one thing that's weird about the PC port for Chaos Theory is that controller support is weird. I could never get the controller support to work right. It's been a whole thing. It's having a problem. There we go. Also, I don't know how to fix this aspect ratio. It's kind of weird. It's an old game, so... Old games will do old gamey things. Our audio isn't too bad. Alright. Let's go and just move myself out of the way there. Okay, that was a little weird. That did not happen when I went into this earlier. Let's see, will it break the system like Stellar Blade did? I hope not. God, that still was crazy. I don't know what happened when I played Stellar Blade. I'm still trying to think. I'm still not sure what the hell happened with the Stellar Blade stream. Hopefully nothing breaks for this playthrough. But yeah, this is a game that I used to play when I was a kid. This is actually a really great series. There we go. Yeah. If you're hearing any weird sound effects, it's because I'm adjusting my mouse. Why is my mouse not doing its usual? Eh. Oh, whatever. But yeah. There we go. Oh, it doesn't even do that. Okay. And now I gotta go look at my mouse for a second. Sorry, one moment. I think it's gonna probably cut the game when I do this. Yeah, I actually have to leave just to do this. Okay. Nothing weird should pop up. Oh, it wasn't even launched. No wonder why it wasn't even doing it. I heard they were going to do Logitech subscriptions, and I am not for it at all. Imagine trying to convince customers to want to install any sort of updates to their drivers that basically state that if you don't pay for a subscription, you can't access most of the mouse's features, or you just can't use the fucking mouse. Couldn't be Logitech. Could not be Logitech. I don't know what it is with companies feeling like they need to have a subscription model for everything. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and just get rid of that for a second. You know, one game that I never could get was Pandora of Tomorrow. That is the one Splinter Cell game that I would actually like to have. And I want Pandora Tomorrow because it has the best mission variety. Like, the best mission variety is in Pandora Tomorrow. Chaos Theory is good when it comes to gameplay. Splinter Cell 1's got has got a, I would say, a better story. The original Splinter Cell game. And then Pandora of Tomorrow just has the best, like, level designs. And also missions. It's... The Splinter Cell games always vary in quality, but definitely I like Splinter Cell Chaos Theory more for its gameplay. You are taking your sweet ass time. I may just have to quit you. There we go. Alright. One more time. Hopefully I won't need to do this for too long. Because otherwise I won't be able to gauge the sensitivity of my mouse. I'm using one of those type of like Logitech mouses that allow you to actually, manually sort of like toggle the, what was it, the RPMI of the mouse itself. So it actually, it increases its sensitivity basically. It's not doing anything. That's the one thing I hate about this Logitech app is that it always has a problem. This is why I kind of hate this type of stuff too. Companies have to make sure that they have an app for everything. You can't just, the devices just can't function on their own. No, no, no. They have to have an extension. So dumb. Well, I'm not going to waste time on this. Well, that's pretty dramatic. Alright. Just means I won't be touching the buttons at all today. Outside of the controversial things that have been happening, Horus Rising Part 3's been out. Oh, that reminds me! Guys, you're not gonna believe it. You're not gonna believe it. I hardly believed it myself when I saw it. But Warrior Tier actually saw my reaction to Horus Rising Part 1. And I gotta say, I'm not sure how to feel about that. I'm both shocked and in awe of the fact that Warrior Tier saw my video. He left a comment and everything, and I was like, oh my god. Warrior Tier saw my video. Amazing. But yeah, I'm still kind of not sure how to feel about that. Like, I've never gotten a content creator actually that I've reacted to come into my comment sections and just be like, hey, nice video, it was great. And I'm just like, oh, well, thanks. You know, I'm just like, it's a little, I feel a little weird. I feel a little funny seeing that. It's like, it makes me kind of worried about Pancreas, because if Pancreas sees that fucking that one video of him talking about the differences, talking about why fantasy Warhammer's better than 40k, I'm probably gonna want to kill myself. Not literally, but I'm definitely in Minecraft. All right, but yeah, it's I would die of embarrassment. I would absolutely die of embarrassment. That is an embarrassment. That is an embarrassment of a video. I did that during that stream, the React stream. And I don't know what it was. I don't know what it is. That was right before my proverbial almost crash out. I believe it was like the week after. And it was like, it was hot. It was a weird time. It was crazy. But yeah, I'm hoping he sees the other videos that I've done covering his like just kind of reacting to his content, and not the, not that one in particular. God help me if it's that one in particular. Alright. But yeah, Horus Rising Part 3 is out. I am absolutely interested in... That's not where I wanted to go. I want to go in here. There we go. But yeah. Oh, and I kind of... yeah, I think I kind of touched on it earlier, but I did try to... When I first tried to play this game on PC at one point, I noticed that controller support's fucking weird. Like, I don't know what it is, but the game is broken on controller. I don't know why. Nothing functions. Like, none of the button inputs respond correctly. It's a little weird. So we'll be using mouse and keyboard. Yeah, we'll do hard. Let's see, this seems like a good time to check to see how the audio for the strength of this game.
Looks like a Chinese Jiangwei-class cruiser with a North Korean destroyer escort. Events in the Yellow Sea took a turn for the worse today when North Korean and Chinese forces blockaded and boarded a Japanese cargo ship. The North Korean government released no official statement, and their ambassador remained out of contact. While at the UN, Chinese Ambassador Long Dan urged the U.S. and her longtime Japanese allies to remain calm, calling the blockades a legitimate response to what the rest of Asia views as a possible remilitarization of Japan.
This blockade is an act of war. The NSC is working on a formal response, and they've ordered the USS Walsh to close at flank speed. The Walsh is the most advanced spy ship in history. My best man will be on board. What do you know? Chinese and North Korean ships working together again.
It's what we expected.
That's a 056 prototype, Chinese.
Exactly.
How are your sea legs?
I haven't lost them.
Good. Because the 056 prototype isn't the only new fish in the pond.
Admiral Toshiro Otomo, head of Japan's newly formed Information Self-Defense Force, had this to say.
This is another distressing attempt by China and North Korea to further depress our faltering economy. The ISDF and Japan appeal to our allies for the military support promised us under the post-war constitution of 1946.
The fact remains that in the eyes of many in Asia, the ISDF itself is a violation of the post-war constitution, prohibiting Japan from maintaining a military force capable of striking beyond its borders. In Asia, the memories of Imperial Japan are still fresh.
I'm afraid I have no recollection of that, Senator.
That's right. It has been a while.
Nice condo you got here.
Well, thanks. I got a space set up for you in the forecastle. You can make yourself your home, and heck, no one will even know you're here.
All right. Bruce Morgenthau has been kidnapped by a Peruvian separatist group known as the People's Voice. Morgenthau's knowledge of dangerous computer algorithms must not fall into the hands of the People's Voice or their leader, Hugo Lacerda. God. This game takes me back. I loved playing this game as a kid. It makes you wonder what the remake of Splinter Cell is going to be like, that, you know, if Ubisoft actually ever bothers to get around to it. And, you know, on top of that, right, I can't imagine that they're going to do it any justice today than if they were to have done it much earlier. I feel like Ubisoft and most AAA companies right now have utterly lost the plot when it comes to making good games and what their games were known for or what they were particularly sold on. Like, I have to find a fix for Rainbow Six whenever I feel like playing Rainbow Six, because it's like, oh, I want to play Rainbow Six, but there's no modern accessible version for Rainbow Six. Where do I go? Oh, there's Ready or Not. And then, oh, Ready or Not's having a controversy right now with censorship. That's also neither here or there, but, you know, like, that's... yeah, that's a whole can of worms there. And, oh yeah, then there's also the payment processors trying to fucking police Steam in some of the games that they allow on the platform, which that's nothing new. I mean, payment processors do, you know, stupid shit like that all the time. But it's getting to a point, right, where a lot of companies are just overstepping their boundaries. We're just in a time and era where companies are the ones that basically govern how things work in the world, rather than, you know, the people themselves or even the governments, which is crazy. I mean, hell, technically, even the government doesn't control even the American government doesn't actually control itself. I mean, it's all backed by lobbyists and special interest groups. And so you don't really know how much of it is actually a result of politicians or how much of it is just, you know, corporate backing, wanting their share and wanting their decisions being passed, their policies being made. But yeah, it's like a whole can of worms.
Fisher, an American engineer named Bruce Morgenholt has been kidnapped by a Peruvian separatist group called the People's Voice. Their suspected leader, Hugo Lacerda, is a hardcore revolutionary preaching information warfare as the only realistic means to achieve revolution in modern society. We need you to get in there and recover or destroy any information Morgenholt may have been forced to divulge, and if possible, rescue him. As for Lacerda, he's just been bumped onto our target of opportunity list. So if you have a shot, take it.
Hostage rescue isn't normally our bag, but Morgenholt was part of Project Watson, the UN committee that studied Philip Mass's handiwork after Georgia. Some people are worried that this kidnapping is just a cover-up, and that Morgenholt is being interrogated.
It's not a number I recognize.
About the Mass kernels.
I'm not picking it up.
The fact is that some of the tricks Mass came up with could be used to do a lot of damage. We need to contain that information at all costs.
The target area is a lighthouse attached to an abandoned Spanish colonial-era fortification and some nearby structures. We don't have an exact location on Morgenholt, so you'll have to find him yourself. Insertion will be at night by Zodiac onto the beach beneath the fort. Thermal imaging shows that there are some old natural and semi-natural caves under the fort, so you may be able to use those for infiltration.
All right, Fisher. The helicopter will drop you a few kilometers offshore in the Zodiac. You'll have one of my Zodiacs and logistical support in and out of the target area. Extraction will be by helicopter from the top of the lighthouse.
Nice.
Displace International holds the contract with Wright Pritchard Technologies to protect their VIPs in potentially hostile situations. We did a thorough threat evaluation for their project in Peru, and we accepted the VIP detail on Morgenholt. The guys who came after him knew what they were doing. This was not a tourist grab. I lost 3 good men in the snatch, and I'm currently preparing a rescue plan for approval from Morgenholt's family and Wright Pritchard. This is going to cost Displace a lot of money.
All right. There goes the briefing. Now it's just on to the loadout. Usually the ratings recommendations are pretty good, but depending on what kind of focus you want, if you want to go loud and proud, or if you just want to go full-on stealth, which is usually what you want to aim for, you know, the ratings recommendations gives you a balance of both worlds. Though stealth is kind of like the point of the game. The game scores you based on how stealthy you are. Let's see. Gives you a decent amount of equipment. I'll go with the stealth build, of course. All right. Oh. Oh, okay. That was weird. All right. We are in the game. One thing would be nice is to be able to fix this aspect ratio, but I could not adjust the way that the screen looks. It is an old game, keep in mind. Still very fun to play. I would certainly recommend it over, like, some other Splinter Cell games. Like, I feel like this was the best stealth game that we've ever gotten by far. And be right before, as well, you know, Splinter Cell went into the more action-based focus, like they did with Conviction. So it's kind of like a... It's very interesting. Let's see. How do I climb again? How do I climb again? Usually they give you tutorials, dude. Oh, shit. Now the next question is, how do I activate my goggles? Alright, so that's the crouch button. That's the whistle. Oh, I found that. Ah. So 2, 3, and 4 are the goggles? Interesting. Oh. It's weird that E is also to bring out the weapon. I try to map the mouse buttons for it as well, but the mouse buttons don't want to cooperate either.
I'm hearing gunfire down there, Fisher. Everything all right?
It's coming from up ahead, but Lambert. When I think gorilla, I think Kalashnikov.
What do you mean?
I've had enough AKs fired at me in my time to tell you that wasn't one.
All right. See if there's anything unusual going on with their equipment. And keep us posted.
You think he sees the glowing goggles in the distance? Nah, of course not.
¿A dónde vas? Ten cuidado, puede ser peligroso. No seas idiota. Me dan mala espina las cosas. No pi-
I remember they actually used to speak English. That's kind of interesting. Let's see, sound. Use native languages. Oh, interesting. So using native languages was turned on. Yeah, kind of cool. That actually increases immersion, but maybe I'll turn that off. So we can actually understand what they're saying.
Fine, do what you like.
There we go. I didn't even know that was an option.
Well, I'm gonna head back. Okay. I'm going to stay here and enjoy the view.
I was going to look for subtitles, but I didn't see that. The options menu for these games are pretty limited given how old they are. This was an Xbox original, by the way. This is about as old or around the same range of age as Knights of the Old Republic. And if you know how old that game is, oh my god.
Didn't anyone ever tell you that spelunking is dangerous?
Oh no! You're going to kill me, right?
Only if you say the word monkey. Now tell me something I want to know.
Ammunition and medical supplies. Check around inside the keep. They have tons of stuff in there.
Some of you guys are real helpful. Why do you have to work for the bad guys?
You're the American oppressor. You're the bad guy.
Are you gonna say monkey?
What? No!
Then this conversation is over.
Please don't kill me! Please! Please don't kill me! Please!
No, I won't kill you. That would negatively impact my rating at the end of the mission. I mean, even then, I wouldn't technically want to kill him either. I usually go for more of like a, if I don't have to kill you, I won't type of thing. But, with most games, but... It's a good time to actually check. How do I hug the wall? Oh. Oh. Interesting. Okay. We'll equip the sticky shocker. Pistol, why not? And it's quick switching from there. How do you hug this wall? Oh, there we go. It's Q. Yeah, I have no faith that the Splinter Cell remake is going to be any better. They are going to fuck that up so royally. You know what they're going to do is they're just going to turn it into basically like Far Cry or Assassin's Creed, but Splinter Cell. Which is not what anyone wants. It's certainly not what I want. Alright. You can pick up just about anything to use a distraction. You can also lure enemies with the whistle, which is nice.
I think you're right about the equipment, Sam.
Yeah, they got themselves a little stockpile of high-tech kit here.
Try and find out where they got it. See if those crates have SSCC barcodes on them and scan them with your EEV. The SSCC code is lot 1 of 5. See if you can find the other 4.
I'll do my best.
I thought I shared them.
Oh. Oh well. That is one death.
Don't you think he's had enough?
He's had enough when he can't talk.
Talking? Madre de Dios, he hasn't been able to speak for an hour.
He could be faking it.
Jesus!
See, I bet he's faking it.
Faking it? His tongue is a lump of coal. His brain is...
Enough! Saul, give him more. It's already at the maximum. What? Should I bring down another battery? What do you say, amigo? You want another battery?
Maybe it'd be better to move over to the other side.
His ears! Look! Smoke!
I think I'm going to be ill.
I think he's dead. Only one way to be sure. I'm going for a walk.
Yeah, maybe.
I am going to look into it.
Hello there.
I already don't like you. Don't make it worse for yourself.
Who are you?
Shut up. Why did you torture Morgan Holt?
Lacerda told us to.
Why? What does he want to know?
Math problems. Programmer stuff. I don't get it.
You're just the stupid one who likes to hurt people, huh?
Exactly.
Can you think of a reason why the world wouldn't be a better place without you?
Please.
I didn't think so.
No, I didn't think so either.
Please. Don't kill me. Please. Lacerda made us.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. I totally believe that. Sensitivity might be a little too sensitive, to be honest, but I don't know. Yeah, aiming is actually... Yeah, I'm gonna turn down the sensitivity a little bit. See how 75 works. Oh no, don't quit. Don't do that. You know, that's actually much more of a balanced ranged. Okay. Let's see, how do I drop you? Can I not drop you? I guess not. Oh well.
It doesn't sound too good down there, Fisher.
The sound isn't the problem. You should smell it.
You're sure he's dead?
Deader than Elvis.
All right. Leave the body. We still need to recover any traces of the interrogation. Grim, we'll call you back.
I love using that line. I use Deader Than Elvis all the time. This game was definitely a culmination of my young childhood. Usually you can interrogate this guy, but it's probably because I interrogated the other guy.
Fisher, I said leave the body. We don't have the means to extract him.
Just because he's dead doesn't mean I need to leave him here hanging like a piece of meat.
Don't get too connected, Fisher. I need you to stay rational.
You can spare 30 seconds for some simple dignity.
Everything in this game is so interactable. You know, this game looks still pretty impressive, considering it's an Xbox exclusive type of game. I mean, some of it looks pretty old. It certainly shows its age, but it still looks pretty impressive for what it is.
Sam, it's Grim. We need to make sure that whatever Morgenhold might have told them about Mass's algorithms never leaves this site.
Okay.
I detected a wireless link coming from the technician who left the room before you entered.
So I'll need to recover any data he might have uploaded to their servers.
Exactly.
That's a weird way. That felt a little weird to do that.
From the looks of it, these guerrillas have a pretty temporary setup. Seems unlikely they have any kind of alarm system on location.
Good.
Oh yeah, because we definitely want to make this harder.
Man, it's really raining.
See. Well, you best get going then.
What? It's your turn to patrol.
Turn has nothing to do with it. It's about seniority.
Seniority? What? What is this? A union or something?
Not yet. But once we topple the government, we'll form a union. So you best be on my good side now, huh?
Fine. Ain't that always the way? Fight for what you believe in, and all you do is place one oppressor for another.
Hi there. You look important.
I am loyal. You will get no information from me.
Really? It looks like you forgot to shave this morning. Let me help you out a bit.
Huh? You can't! Hey, what are you doing? Okay. What do you want to know?
I'm looking for Lacerda. He's been behaving very badly lately.
Well, you're wasting your time, American. He left in a boat an hour ago. He could be anywhere by now.
I guess I'll just have to follow him then. Don't worry. He won't slip away.
Have a nice swim. I hope the water is warm.
What a lovely bunch of people. Truly. Can't imagine how they are evil.
I think that confirms it, Fisher.
Yeah, seems like Lacerda's long gone.
We'll see if we can track him through Echelon. Don't worry about him for now. We'll keep you posted.
can get in through here.
Is something there?
No.
Something's going on.
There we go. One thing to keep in mind with the sound, with all the stuff over here on the right, is that on the offset here, we got the obvious lighting scale here for when you are in the lights or when you're in the darkness. Obviously, you want pretty much just to be in the dark at all times, but there are some ranges to it, unlike in the older titles. Like, you can actually get away with being in the second tier, but you will still be just kind of visible. They'll just see you like a little bit, and they'll be like, "Oh, what the hell is that?" You know, like they might be interested to go investigate it. If you're in the third tier, it gets more dangerous, but definitely you are definitely seeable when you are all the way into the light. The bar underneath that is, of course, the sound bar. So, as you can see, my footsteps when I'm not trying to move slower is making sound. That little dial notch there is how much sound is in my general area, and so it kind of masks the sound that I create, which is a really nice detail. Then, of course, the little mini screen there shows what exactly I'm using.
Have you seen the newspaper? No. What is...
It's Hernandez.
Hernandez? No. He's injured?
Worse.
No. Dead?
Worse. He's been traded to the Melgar.
Is someone moving around out there?
Who?
Don't know who. That's why I'm worried.
I must have walked a little bit into the light.
As if it wasn't anything after all. You need to chill out, man. You're jumping at shadows. Yeah? Well, just you wait. Better safe than sorry, I say.
Actually, since I'm playing on hard difficulty as well, it probably changes the way that they react to certain...
Oh, well. Nothing here.
All right. If they spot you even for like a microsecond, they'll get you with that.
5 crates, Sam. Your eyes peeled for the last one.
They'll act like you've been detected, which is crazy. Hello there. Don't mind me. Just gonna knock you out right over here. Anything good around here outside of this medkit? Yes, extra ammo would be nice. Frags, nice. Got more pistol ammo. There we go. Now he'll just stay down. It's a little weird how that works. He was already asleep, but then I just walk over to make him more perma-sleep. Interesting tunes on the radio. I guarantee if I walk up right behind him, he's gonna move. Or not. Yippee, I've had too many instances where that has happened to me in the past.
Why did you torture Morgan Holt?
Lacerda! He wants algorithms! Some kind of computer algorithm!
What does a second-rate communist revolutionary want with a computer algorithm?
I don't know. I don't even think Lacerda knows. I think someone might have hired us.
What makes you think that?
I don't know. Lacerda, he's been making lots of deals. Something's going on. I don't know what.
But you don't know who he's been talking to.
No!
You're not much good to me anymore.
Have mercy, please. I told you everything. Please, don't kill me.
I don't know, you seem to be asking a lot. I'm an American. This is around the time of the Red Scare.
That server is the one
I don't
with the
like
tech transfer
communists.
the interrogation record to.
Not even a
You'll
little.
need to access it. Good work, Sam. That wiped whatever information Morganhold might have given them.
Won't they wonder what happened to it?
It was easy enough to make your little intrusion look like a memory allocation error. Don't worry, we give you the best tools.
We've got all the news right here. In other news, international rescue workers responding to Thursday's...
When I was off drinking and camping with his buddies, turns out there were a bunch of half-organized revolutionaries, kind of harmless though. Anyway, I was looking for around in some caves here and spotted some bioluminescent fungus. Maybe it was a fungus that hosts to photobacterium, phosphorium. Not sure. I'll try and get a sample. A lot of weird details in these emails.
You look troubled.
Thunderstorms make me nervous.
Why?
I was a boy in Granada when the Americans invaded in '83. My father was in the army. When he realized we could not win, he led us into the mountains with some of his men and all of our families.
And?
The Americans caught up with us one night in the middle of a thunderstorm. A thunderstorm like this one.
What happened?
They struck in the dark. We never heard them, never saw them. They timed their
I know the Red
fire
Scare was more of like a 70s thing, but did we ever actually get over the Red Scare?
With each flash of lightning, there would be more corpses.
Your family survived?
They left the women and children. No, the Americans are not butchers. But since that night, I've always been afraid of the thunder.
Well, you're scaring me too.
I know. As I said, they are not butchers. Their weapon is fear, and fear does not spread among the dead.
Fascinating details. He's not wrong. Fear does not spread amongst the dead.
Am I seeing things?
Oh, they actually see me? I may very well. I have to test the lighting function to see where the range is. also feel like sometimes you can still get caught pretty easily even when you're in complete darkness. You just keep walking up to me.
Holy! Shit, what's going on?
Soundtrack is amazing. This is when games were designed to be fun.
Sammy, come out here and fight like a man.
What, did he hear that? Or did he see me?
Come out here! Stop hiding!
I'm not hiding. Hey there, buddy. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna move you over here. And there's another crate.
Good work, Fisher. We can analyze the intelligence you gathered from those
Who's
crates.
there? I can still
Make
hear
a lot
you.
of people's jobs a whole lot safer.
How come no one ever does things to make my job safer?
If you want me to hire some more analysts to interpret information for you, I can do that.
On second thought, the danger's not so bad.
I love that. Just drop on them from like a small height and they'll get knocked out real quick. Old games are funny like that. The jank is what makes it nice. It's garbage. Oh, we got a guy down here. Forgot this guy was around. Is he coming my way? Oh yeah, he is.
What's over there?
Yeah, they can really see you on harder difficulties, can they? It even so much as flickers. It's gonna make having to move around cameras that much more annoying.
Evening Star to Maria Narcisa, come in. Evening Star to Maria Narcisa, come in. Cargo received, Maria Narcisa. In all checks out. Affirmative, Maria.
Maria Narcissa.
You're not trying to set me up on another blind date, I hope.
The Maria Narcissa is a boat.
So was the last girl you set me up with.
Fisher.
Sorry.
The Maria Narcissa is a cargo ship owned and operated by Celestina Inc., Portuguese shipping company. Registered in the Philippines, cross-Pacific freight contracts. Lots of details missing.
Sounds suspicious.
Sounds like I'm setting you up for another date after all.
Can't wait to meet her.
Fisher, your primary objectives are complete. We can extract you whenever you're ready. You'll need to signal for a helicopter pickup from the top of the lighthouse. Make sure the light is out first.
Will do. Who were you talking to?
What? Who are you?
I'm the guy who's going to break your knees if you don't tell me who you were talking to.
Oh God, it was Lacerda. Hugo Lacerda.
Where is he?
It's aboard the ship, the Maria Narcissa.
Why?
Weapons. He's delivering the new weapons to the other cells.
If I find out you're lying, I will come back for you.
Oh God, please. I swear, Lacerda isn't here. I don't know anything else.
All right. Then I have no use for you. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like Michael Ironsides really owns this role. It's gonna make the idea of him getting replaced with other actors that much harder, because he's already been replaced a couple of times. And I'm still not exactly too impressed with some of the people who have replaced him. I mean, they're big, hefty shoes to fill. Michael Ironsides really does own this role. Oh, there's that guy. There we go. Darkness. Mission complete. Secondary objective, eliminate Hugo Lacerda, cancelled. Could not rescue Morgan Holt for obvious reasons. Nice. 95%? It's not too bad. I mean, it could easily have gone so much worse. Hugo Lacerda managed to get away from the lighthouse aboard the Maria Narcissa before you could get to him. Board the ship, locate him, and make sure that he is never able to communicate what he may have learned from Morgenhold. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you some more WNM or NBC news.
Village in Peru this morning. Implicated in the kidnapping and failed ransom attempt is Hugo Lacerda, alleged leader of the People's Voice, a newly formed guerrilla organization. Here we see the USS Clarence E. Walsh en route to the Yellow Sea for her first assignment amid rising tensions in the region. Dubbed the flagship of a 21st century fleet by Defense Secretary Mason, who reaffirmed America's commitment to our Japanese allies.
It is our hope that the presence of the Walsh, now the world's premier electronic and information warfare platform, will help diffuse the tensions in the region.
Information you recovered in Peru makes it look like Hugo Lacerda was contracted by a third party to kidnap and interrogate Morgenhold. His payment was in weapons. He appears to be using those arms to equip his own men and pay off debts to other guerrilla groups. Maybe Lacerda is a nickel-ante loser, but maybe he's learned some things from Morgenhold that we don't want anyone to know. The Maria Narcissa is out to sea, so there's no escape. Board her, search her, find out who Lacerda's been dealing with, and then make sure he doesn't have an opportunity to spread what he knows. Fifth freedom.
They love referencing Fifth Freedom in this game.
What Morgenhold knew about the mass kernels, recursive computation, and weaponized algorithms is akin to what Oppenheimer knew about atoms or what Turing knew about digital computers. Project Watson, the United Nations investigation into the mass kernels, will be remembered for centuries alongside the Manhattan Project as fundamental research that changed the nature of warfare forever. Imagine if Che Guevara had kidnapped and interrogated Oppenheimer in 1959, and you have a pretty accurate parallel of the situation we're in right now.
We're going to send the helicopter out about 40 clicks ahead of the Maria Narcissa and leave you in the water on her course. You'll board covertly onto the bow, search the ship and the holds, find out what you can about the arms shipments and who Lacerda is dealing with. Satellite imaging shows the Maria Narcissa racks a small launch on the stern. That will be your primary extraction. If things go badly, we might be able to arrange to pluck you out of the sea.
Okay.
We'll keep the Walsh inside a helicopter range of the target vessel at all times. If something goes wrong, we should be able to assist in extraction. If you play it safe, we'll recover you when the ship's launched from open water once you're out of visual range of the ship.
All right. Good to know. Those debriefings are not exactly like Codex calls in some other games, but that is the interesting thing, isn't it? I also am curious about how Metal Gear Solid Delta is going to turn out, because so far the most I've seen from the gameplay side of things is that it is very much just the same game, just with better graphics. I was actually talking to a colleague of mine, a coworker at work, on the game, and we were like hashing out like our ideas between like, well, one of the things that we were actually kind of more so discussing at one point was just like our differences between our ideas of what constitutes as a remake and what constitutes as a remaster. And I feel like Metal Gear Solid Delta looks more like a remaster so far than really a remake. But there is an argument to be had that they did remake the whole game in a different engine. So technically it could be classified as a remake. I more so look at remakes the same way I look at, like, let's say the Dead Space remake, right? It's the perfect remake. It has better graphics. It looks the same visually and aesthetically as the original title, and it also plays the same. It looks the same. The characters are still very much the same. It adds more content than it takes away. In fact, they didn't take away any content, really. All they really did was just add a visual overhaul to the gameplay, and then they just upped the story a bit by adding some new voice acting for Isaac to make him more of like less of a silent protagonist, which I guess that's kind of debatable for a lot of people, and that is debatable. Yeah, I would say that's definitely debatable because, you know, it's when he's a silent protagonist, you're more easily able to project yourself into Isaac's shoes. But I would definitely say that Isaac Clarke's characterization in the Dead Space remake was kind of apt, given that they moved away from him being a silent protagonist in the other two games that followed after. But I do think that the classic I think classic Isaac being the silent protagonist that he is was kind of the best part of the original game, because it makes it so much easier to be immersed into the actual story and the actual gameplay than if you were to just play it, you know, like with a already like established protagonist. But yeah, otherwise, Dead Space remake is by far the best remake I've ever seen. It adds so much to the game. It changes certain story details, and even then they add a lot of other new things to it, even for New Game Plus. Like they added an alternative ending for if you collect a bunch of like marker statues for New Game Plus mode, so there's even an incentive to even play the game again once you've beaten it the first time. You know, like Dead Space remake definitely gives you a lot more bang for your buck compared to the original. It also makes the ship that is the USG Ishimura feel more like an actual character than like just a thing that you have to go through, like a level-based thing you have to constantly move between to and from between chapters, because it feels more like an actual open world almost. It's like You can go between different parts of the ship at all times, right? You don't have to move between them for different story-related chapters. You could, you know, like different level segments for different story-related chapters. You can actually travel to these places, both with the tram system, which used to serve as like the sort of like the hidden loading screen for the game. But it also, you can just move through the bowels of the ship as well to get to other sectors, which is really neat. You know, like, it really feels more like a world and like an actual place than like, you know, a really gamey thing. But yeah, it's I definitely would say that when it comes to my idea of a remake versus you know, like what constitutes and what qualifies as a premier remake, Dead Space definitely takes the cake for that. The Dead Space made by Motive, and I would definitely want to use that as the premier example to how to do a remake justice. Now, other than that, you know, like, I think that Metal Gear Solid Delta is shaping up to be an interesting game, but as far as like a good remake, I'm not sure.
Fisher, we just pulled up Celestinia's last dry dock report for the Maria Narcissa. They have a newly installed central alarm system.
Don't tell me. 3 alarms and the mission is over?
Of course not. This is no video game, Fisher. But you don't want the whole place alerted to your presence. Keep it under control.
That was a very tongue-in-cheek reference to how the original games were. You activated 3 alarms and the mission was over. In this one, they just said, fuck it. This is no video game, Fisher. But yeah, I feel like I need more time for Metal Gear Solid Delta to give me more details on the game itself before I can actually really have any vote of confidence in this remake for Metal Gear Solid 3, because it looks good. It looks visually like a more higher resolution version of the game we all know and love. And ideally, right, that's kind of what you want. But I also feel like they haven't shown us anything new, and so it's given me this perception that we're not going to get anything more than just basically a graphical overhaul of the original experience, which arguably that wouldn't be too bad, but I would not call it a remake at that point. I would just call it a remaster or something equivalent to it, right? Like, it's more like a, you could say it's more like a hybrid remaster, if you really want to play with technical terms, because, you know, like, oh, well, technically we basically just remade the same game in a new engine. It's like, I mean, yeah, we can use that as an excuse to call it a remake, but I mean, like, I still feel like that's, you know, like, my idea of a remake, you know, kind of changes a few things. It kind of adds more to the original experience, or changes it to a degree that helps to alleviate certain issues, like maybe pacing issues among other things. You know, like, it's almost like a slightly better looking and more perfected version of the game. That's how I like to imagine a remake to be. That's my ideal remake anyways. It's like a slightly more perfected and much more gameplay overhauled, something that feels like it's smoother, something that feels like it's like a little bit more, you know, like how do I put this? I wouldn't say streamlined, but it feels like it's been more fine-tuned. That's the word I'm looking for. I like games that actually, especially remakes that actually bother to try to, you know, like, up the gameplay, make it feel better, smoother, make the story that much more interesting by tweaking some of the, like, maybe sort of some of the story elements, maybe get rid of certain details or levels that kind of, you know, like, are, you know, drag on for too long or kind of middle the experience a little bit. I think that these changes, if they're warranted, are absolutely fine. Some people like just the vanilla experience, and that's great. Like, I would not want to take that away from anybody, but, you know, like, if you want to play the game vanilla as it was intended back before it was remade, you can always just go play the last game just with higher graphics resolution mods, I imagine. Not all games allow for this because some companies are a bit sticklers on this. Like, I don't know how Konami feels about modding MGS, but I'm sure I'm sure if there are MGS mods, then, you know, like, I'm sure there probably is a few places where you can find mods for the Metal Gear Solid games, especially now since they're officially out on PC. Most of them are, especially the older titles. But, yeah. I imagine that... I don't understand what it is with game companies and mods. Like, it only helps to up the longevity of your games. It also kind of adds more to the experience, and it's not even something that you should even really care about. It's something that you don't even technically control, really. And we're also getting to a point where it's just like, okay, well, we don't like people doing certain things with our games, so we're just gonna brick your consoles, or among other things, because we just don't like the fact that you keep meddling with our experience, right?
Nice night. Shh. What's the roster? How many men aboard?
Total? There is 36 of us, I think. But that's including Lacerda and a couple of mean-looking mercenaries he brought with him.
Where's Lacerda now?
He was just here 20 minutes ago, complaining about his quarters. He said he wanted another room. Lacerda's probably drunk by now. Lacerda's probably drunk by now.
Well, thanks for the details, I guess. But yeah, I don't understand it. And also, we're getting to a point to where, like, I'm actually starting to, you know, I mean, I've always thought this, but, you know, like, I think it's becoming more imperative now than ever before that piracy is just going to be a unequivocal factor of everyday gaming experience in life, because game prices keep going up, companies keep trying to fuck over the consumer, and a lot of titles, especially older ones, are just not readily available as they used to be anymore. What else are you supposed to do? You have no other choice. And Nintendo's the biggest fucking stickler about this. They are probably the biggest problem children when it comes to this. It's like, okay, well, you don't like people pirating your games, well then make your games fucking available.
What is that?
You had to move in this direction. This doesn't take a rocket science, and I've said this before on the channel. A lot of piracy is mainly just a service issue. You don't like people pirating your games or playing them or having access to them, you know, quote-unquote illegally through emulators, among other things, then just make it available. Just let people buy the game. Let them re-experience the game legitimately. And if you can't do that, well then, fuck off. I don't understand why that's such a difficult concept. Some of those games are fucking highly coveted. I mean, like, where else are you going to find Metroid Fusion? A copy of that fucking thing? And where are you going to get a console to play Metroid Fusion? Especially when Metroid Fusion goes for about maybe $200 to $300. And then the console that it plays on itself, which is a Game Boy, is probably, or something of that nature, is probably going to run for even more in price. It's like, what the hell do you expect from customers? Yeah. That's all just one big giant service issue. And if they keep pushing for games to be something that you just, you know, pay for the service of rather than own, well then I'm starting to think that maybe it's fine if gamers just pirate it anyways. Why? Because, you know, as the meme that's been going around has stated. Oh, hey. Hey, Warrior Tier. Yeah, hi, how are you doing? I'll sell you my Game Boy. No, I don't need it. I don't need your Game Boy. But thanks for the offer, though. How are you doing? I did not even notice your message earlier, and I was kind of looking back and forth. It's just literally walking right towards me. Ay, ay, ay. At least he's in the darkness. But yeah. I just feel like the meme that's been going around of if buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing is becoming more of a thing than I just stopping in to say hi, getting to work on a bunch of stuff. You're missing out on my Game Boy, though. Just saying. I appreciate the offer, but I think I'm good. Nice for you to stop by, though. Thank you for, coming in, saying hi. I appreciate it. Also, I appreciate the content. I like what you're doing. I watch a lot of your videos in my spare time on my main account.
Fisher, it looks like Lacerda is spreading around his newfound wealth, paying off debts with some of the arms that were delivered to him.
You want me to scan any more weapons crates?
Better idea.
Can't
Plant
climb it.
tracking devices on them, and we can see who they end up getting delivered to.
Okay.
There's our first crate.
Good job, Sam. That's the first crate. Keep your eyes peeled for any more.
All right.
All right. God, this soundtrack is such a bop. I really miss games like this.
Fisher, we just intercepted a radio call from the Maria Narcissa. She's reporting a hull leak and asking for an escort.
The ship is sinking.
No, but apparently several compartments are flooded. You'll need to activate the bilge in the forward machine room to access all the cargo holds.
Ah, that's not what I wanted. No, can't go that way then. Tiptoe, tiptoe, tiptoe.
Noisy down here.
Oh, my!
Makes it easy to sneak up on people. What is this hold?
The auxiliary pump is here. There are some flooded compartments. The pump should be able to drain them.
Thanks for the information.
I'm new at this whole revolutionary thing. I don't want to die.
That's a good thing, because you won't. It'll negatively impact my score if I do that. I like making that joke. Okay.
There should be a large pump in here that you can use to drain the forward cargo hold.
I'll find it.
You gonna start that pump there or what?
I don't know how this stupid thing works.
Captain Diego says hurry up or we'll sink.
Well, if I do it wrong, we might sink faster.
Then don't do it wrong.
Easy for you to say.
Hey there, buddy. Do 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 do. Back away and over the rail. All right. Drop you off over here. Let's get that bilge pump going.
Good job. That'll drain the flooded compartments. Now you can search for the bill of lading attached to Lacerda's shipments.
All right.
There we go.
Fisher, you just passed the only compartment that you haven't been through. You should see if Lacerda's shipping container is in there.
Thanks for the tip.
Well, don't you worry about it. I am very aware. Normally there's a couple of guys that would come down this hallway.
I'm betting that Lacerda's shipping container is somewhere in this compartment. The bill of lading should be mounted on the side.
I'll have a look around.
Gotta find a shipping container. It's probably the shipping container. With the bill of lading. Yep.
Good work, Sam. It looks like whoever delivered these arms to Lacerda was operating through a proxy.
Who?
Mercantil Costa Fuerza Seguridad de Panama.
Offshore bankers?
Yeah, the cigar-chomping kind.
Great. I love bureaucrats.
You still need to recover the transit ledger so we can figure out who else Lacerda is dealing with. Try the ship's office. They should have that information.
Right. Will do. Any chance to fucking give one to the bankers? Absolutely. Stick it to the bankers. Oh, here they come. Of course they show up when I go under.
Ay. Have you had a look around this boat?
Yeah.
Tell me you found the live rounds.
Somewhere on the top deck, on the side, and there's a powered launch on the stern.
Think there is enough for everyone?
Yeah, I wouldn't trust them.
And he's gone. All right.
Sensors in your suit are detecting a lot of fumes down there.
Yeah, I can smell it. Some kind of gas leak.
Could be enough to be a serious explosive hazard. We can't have any firing in the engine room.
Wonderful.
And don't expect the enemy to be smart enough to realize that. They might still open fire on you if they see you.
I get the message. I'll be discreet.
At least it's loud in here, masking my movements.
Did you just...
No, I thought it was you.
It wasn't me. But, yes,
Smells like... I'm not sure. Like
Stay calm. We don't want to make any sparks.
Who are you?
I'm the fire inspector, and I'm worried that you or one of your stupid friends might try and squeeze a shot off in here.
Why?
Can't you smell the gas?
But I didn't think it was dangerous.
Imagine you needed to stow your ammo to prevent any accidents. Where would you put it?
The men bunk up port side. Just turn left out the back of the engine room. They've got a crate full of new guns back there. Maybe some other stuff too. I'm not sure. I won't even light a match. I won't fire my weapon. I promise.
Sure, sure. I definitely trust that. Hopefully no one sees me going up the stairs. There we go. I love loud noises.
Definitely something not right about this.
Oh, you think so? All right, sure. What do we got in here? A bathroom. Not what I expected.
I think is there something over there? Am
Oh
I
no.
seeing things?
Maybe you are. Maybe you should take a nap. A nap never killed anyone. Why that close on its own? I didn't touch it. Shouldn't have done it. Nope. Definitely should not have done that. Appreciate it, though. Alright. Nothing else in here? Alrighty. We move on. What's a game that everybody is interested to see a remake of? I feel like in the time of remakes and remasters, we've seen remakes and remasters of just about everything we could possibly want. Well, no, that's not true. They're remaking Metal Gear Solid 3 and calling it Metal Gear Solid Delta, but honestly, I want to see a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. With all of his dialogue intact. That would be great. That game was a... There we go. Alright. That game was a game of its time. I would love to play through that game, but with, like, better graphics and some gameplay overhaul and tweaks.
I'll find the transit ledgers there.
That's where they should be keeping them.
Hey, did Lacerda pass through here?
Yeah, he was here a few minutes ago, complaining about the ledgers. Bastard. I hope someone cuts his throat.
Lacerda is not a man to trifle with.
I'm not going to trifle with him. I'm hoping someone else will do it.
That someone would experience painful death at Lacerda's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Lacerda now?
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Honestly, fair enough. I try to get away from all of my bosses back at work. Hey there, buddy. I'm just gonna drag you over here real quick, if you don't mind. Have a nice nap. Alright. That's not what I wanted.
The transit ledgers are forged. They say Lacerda's container is full of sugarcane and coconuts from a man named Nikaryakov in Malaysia.
Nikaryakov. I remember that name.
Nikaryakov is a code name that Philippine drug dealers use to indicate arms shipments.
So instead of nuts from Malaysia, Lacerda got guns from an imaginary Russian?
Exactly. Now why don't you go find out where Lacerda is hiding?
The captain probably knows where he is.
Good idea. Why don't you head to the bridge and ask?
How did you see me? I'm in darkness. Amazing he didn't set off the whole boat with that. I'm looking pretty dead right now. Wasn't there... I think there was a medkit in the bathroom, but... anything else around here? More cabinets, maybe? No? Alright. I think there was definitely a medkit in the bathroom. We shall take a little detour. Okay. What's down here, then? Oh, maybe I just imagined there was one. Maybe there is one somewhere else. What's in here? Oh, there might be one in here. I believe this one leads to a nurse's office. Or a doctor's office. I'm very worried about the sealing rings on the gas pipes. We already have several small leaks. Anyways, yeah, I would definitely like to see a remake of Metal Gear Solid 1. But I would like that remake to not be like, you know, like the same, like, oh. He took 2 of them. Nice. I wouldn't like it to just be the same game, just graphically overhauled. I like it to be more so like a both gameplay overhaul and a bit more of a graphical overhaul as well. It'll make some of those boss fights, especially against Ocelot, feel that much more fun and engaging.
Okay, Sam. Judging by the numbering on the crates, that's about half of them. See if you can find the rest.
Then again, it was only a boss fight that I sit down and actually think about that one. Who knows, maybe they can expand Decoy Octopus's role in the game too, outside of just dying in the very beginning.
Hey, Toma! Have you seen Lacerda? No, but I heard him yelling at someone a few minutes ago. That's why I came here. What was he yelling about this time? Complaining about his quarters or something. Bastard. Thinks now that he's got a little cash, he's king of the world. He'll get his one of these days. You'll see.
You'll see. One of these days. One of these days, Martha. One of these days. I don't want to walk in there with that on. There we go.
There was something there just a moment ago.
What you referring to, buddy? Oh, I forgot that it does that. I switched to the foregrip attachment. Makes aiming that much better. I don't need that though. What I really need is the pistol. Ideally, I would like to not have to kill, but I will kill. It's really going to depend on whether or not you're an inconvenience.
Yeah, you know what I don't understand? Here we are, loaded up with Colombian, best coffee in the world.
And the coffee tastes like bad guano.
Exactly! What's up with that?
Because Captain Diego buys the cheapest coffee he can find.
Why?
Because cheap coffee sweats more. Makes it harder for the dogs to smell what's hidden inside the coffee.
Ah, that makes sense. Still, wouldn't mind a good cup of coffee.
Tell me about it.
Let's see, no data. I was looking at something real quick. Is he just gonna stand there? I mean, I guess he's just gonna stand there. Let's see if I remember correctly. Ah, it's this button. All right. There's way too many guys here. I'm just gonna walk away. That might be for the best, I think. They didn't see nothing. Alright, now. I want to go down because I just came from down there. I want to go up. The fucking music.
Good job, Sam. 2 more crates to go.
I have a pretty good idea where they're all at. Oh, I know where this is. I don't think he'll be here, though.
No, I don't see anything.
Excuse me, I'm trying to get through here. Nice. It's a model ship. I think that music is DMCA. I don't think so. Shouldn't be. Pretty sure the music was just made. It's just something to fill in the noise.
Helm,
Sí, mi capitán.
make your heading 88 degrees, 6 minutes. Maintain speed.
Sí, señor.
Scopes are clear?
Sí, señor.
Gracias.
Neat.
I hear you have a special passenger tonight.
What? Who?
I'm the guy who's here to cash the checks Lacerda's been writing. Where is he?
That son of a... He was provoking my men, so I gave him my own cabin to shut him up.
That's very kind of you.
Be careful. He brought some personal bodyguards. They look dangerous.
I'm not afraid of Lacerda's thugs.
No, they're not Peruvian. They're Europeans, I think. Bros.
Thanks for the tip.
The pleasure is all mine. I'm glad you're here, but my men will shoot you on sight. I'm glad you're here, but my men will shoot you on sight.
So Lacerda is holed up in the captain's quarters.
Where's that?
Third deck, port side.
I know you're out there.
The 2 interior
Come
stairwells
on.
are the
He's
only
not
access
there,
to
man.
that deck.
We've lost him. He could be anywhere. Don't remind me. No! Damn it! We've lost him. You mean you've lost him. Look, let's not argue about this. The fact is, he's lost.
So they can hear my bullets, but as soon as they start firing, it's all nice and quiet. That's weird.
I tell you, never in my life have I been so insulted.
I don't see why you're so upset. He got you past the inspection. You think it's easy to get through the canal zone with all the crackdowns these days?
I don't care if it's hard. You think my job is easy? No. But this insult, forcing me to bribe an inspector out of my own pocket. No. This big shot, this Vice President, Senor Segundo Ruiz de Medeiros. Ha! I'll show him.
Fine.
Mark my words. I'll make him pay. I'll make him pay double, or my name is not Hugo Lacerda.
Great.
I need another drink. Let me see. Now where would that fat pig stash his rum?
Hi there.
Shh. Don't make a scene.
Madre de Dios!
Not exactly. But if it makes you feel better to pray.
Please don't kill me. Please let me go. I won't tell them I saw you.
You don't understand what's happening here, do you? Morgenholt. Your goons tortured him to death, and I'm holding you responsible.
Oh, no! It's not my fault!
The only thing worse than a coward is a liar. You gave the order, and now you're gonna die for it.
Please!
First, tell me who contracted you to kidnap him.
I don't know. I swear! I was contacted indirectly. I was warned not to try and find out. I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
I don't know. This all sounds like your fault.
I'm a coward. Please.
Well, that can't be disputed.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
Nope. Too bad. So sad. Gotta die.
Good job, Fisher. I'll inform the Joint Chiefs that Lacerda is no longer a threat. Your primary objectives are completed. We can extract you whenever you're ready.
Great. Still have more crates to find, and I think those guys are still looking for me, but we'll see. I think they're still looking.
Where'd he go? He's right. Careful. Probably moving in for the kill. You mean you don't know?
Oh, I'm really not happy about this.
Okay.
Is he? He's only unconscious.
Yeah, no, you're unconscious too. Oh. Ew. That hurts. I like it if you stop. I love it. I love it. Even the AI are just as funny. Okay. I'm surprised they didn't sound the alarm at all. I'm surprised this guy didn't even hear any of that crap. What the hell? You must be deaf, my friend. Oh my god, you look like a fucking zombie. Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. I guess I might have made you shat yourself. I have no idea. Probably thinks I am a ghost. That's not what I wanted. There we go. Just take a nap. Everything will be all over. Sure, you'll just be arrested, along with all the surviving members of this ship. Okay, what's down here? Remember guys being down here before. Only a couple of guys. I think this place gets more guards the higher the alarm is, too.
I love the smell of the ocean air.
All I smell is burning oil and vomit.
Come on. Enjoy it while you can. Before you know it, we'll be sweating in some jungle.
Never heard of anybody getting scurvy in a jungle.
And I never heard of anybody getting eaten by an alligator on a ship.
Just the open palm slap is funny. Oh yeah, how are you gonna knock these guys out? Oh, just hit them really hard in the jaw with an open palm, just smack to the face.
Way to go, Fisher. One more crate to go.
I mean, technically, hitting people in the jaw does jiggle their brains a little bit, but still. I don't know where the other crate is. I didn't see when I was making my way over. It might have been a little bit of ways back, but it's not like it really matters. It's just to complete objectives. Crossing your T's, dotting your I's. Yeah. Captain's deck. Yeah, I didn't see one anywhere else either. See, I think that might have been one in the hall on the lower deck near the boiler room in the engine compartment, but I have no idea. It's not like it really helps with the story or anything. All right. Cargo ship. Completed in 44 minutes. Nice. Got a 78%. It's not too bad. At least I didn't trigger any alarms. When did they find a body? Who found a body? A couple of guys did go in that one room, but... with the bilge pump, but I didn't keep them in... Well, I did keep one body in a place where it might be found, but still. Usually, they won't find bodies if they go in there. Times identified as intruders 1. Ah, The bank heisting mission. MCAS, Banco de Panama, has been implicated in Lacerda's arms smuggling operations and has been facilitating deals with Lacerda and his allies. It must be determined who paid MCAS Bank to organize Lacerda's payments for the Morganholt kidnapping. We interrupt this broadcast with more NBC.
With still no word from the North Korean government, China's Long Dan again urged all sides to come to the bargain. We have now a late response by Admiral Toshiro Otomo of the Japanese ISDF.
Despite the ambassador's efforts, nothing has changed. The Japanese people must continue to endure harassment and humiliation. We eagerly anticipate the arrival of the...
Hey, I hear you're leaving us. Heading back for Panama.
Hate to eat and run, sir. We have a few loose ends to tie off before we can rejoin you.
Well, if you can make it back for the 4th of July, I'll show you one heck of a good time, boy.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
Fisher, the arms that Lacerda had were purchased by someone using a Panamanian offshore bank as proxy. I want to take a peek inside their records. Unfortunately, it's not as simple as that. This op can't look like a U.S. intelligence gig, so to cover it up, you'll need to crack the bank's vault and lift some bearer bonds. Property of the French government.
I hit the bank's servers last night, but I didn't find much. All their workstations run drivers for plug-and-play hard drives. I'm guessing they secure them physically every night. Crazy world we live in where electronic intrusion is more of a threat than physical intrusion. Anyway, they probably store the drives in the main vault, meaning they're not going to be easy to get a hold of.
First, the good news. You've been in this bank before. You were part of a CIA raiding team that went in '89 looking for some of Noriega's drug money. Most of the intelligence we have on the bank actually comes from your team. The bad news is that we have a lot of physical security. Lasers, motion sensors, locked doors, cameras, the whole lot. And none of it was there in '89. We've also contacted a specialist to help crack the vault. You better talk to him.
Look, I don't know who you are or why I'm helping you, other than it's better than staring at the ceiling of my cell. I hear you have to face some Mason Wells 88. Well, it ain't a one-man job, but they tell me you can do the work of 5 men. Fine, I says. I had your mate Willie make a little deposit for you. You'll be needing some things from a safety deposit box in the little vault that we can use to crack the main one.
We'll continue on our course for the Yellow Sea and send you back by helicopter to Panama City. I have no authorization to act inside Panamanian borders, so you'll be operating covertly out of the embassy. You and your partner will be on your own in Panama.
Good to know.
Hey, Emilio, did you see these new motion sensing lights?
No. What do they do?
When they detect movement, the light turns on.
That's amazing.
Like magic.
I think I'm going to get one of those for my garage. Imagine that. You pull up in your car at night, and the driveway lights up automatically.
Ha! You're crazy. This is high-tech stuff, Emilio. It probably costs thousands of dollars.
See, you're probably right. I could never afford it.
Imagine. Motion sensor lights were a big deal back in 2007.
Fisher, I just synced your OPSAT with intelligence on the bank that you and your team gathered back in '89.
The memories.
Yeah. Judging from your report, sounds like it was quite a vacation.
It was, actually. I spent most of the rest of that year sleeping in a ditch on the road between Baghdad and Kuwait.
Oh well, if it's any consolation, I had a bad year that year too.
What? You weren't working for the government during the Gulf War?
No, I was in 10th grade.
Oh, right. Yuck.
Did you hear the latest news? The The Americans just announced that they have a problem with the rescue.
What kind of problem?
Tell me something about your security systems.
Oh, okay. We have motion sensors out here, newly installed.
Motion sensors?
See, they turn on the lights.
Oh, no alarms, just lights. Like for your garage.
Not for my garage. Are you kidding? Those things are expensive. High tech.
Yeah, whatever.
High tech. Motion sensor lights are high tech. Oh my god. God, I was a kid when I played this, man. This shit is funny.
I swear, the motion sensors are not connected to alarms. I swear.
Alright. That's it for the guards. You're a camera. I don't like that. There's one of them. Thank God for this pistol and its ability to disable electronics. There we go.
Fisher, I've got a copy of a work order here that the bank filed with their insurance company. It says the dome windows over the lobby are magnetically locked. See if you can find a breaker or junction box up here and power down the locks.
Right.
No problemo. Alright. I don't really need to do that. Why do that when I can just break it? Nice.
Good work, Sam. That shut down the magnetic locks on the windows. Hey, wait a minute. Power spike. The lobby. It looks like a laser grid just came online.
Lasers. Lasers are so...
90s?
I was gonna say 70s. Can you please stop making me feel old?
Got bad news for you, Sam. You are old.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Fisher, here's our advisor. He'll walk you through the steps that'll get you into that vault. Be patient with him.
Oh, he's one of those.
Right. Hello? Is this thing on, Ben?
It's on. I'm here. Have you been briefed?
Whatever. This is the Mason Wells 88. Each one is unique. You want to get a butcher's up this girl's skirt. First thing you need to do is authorize an opening.
How do I do that?
The bank president and the treasurer will each have an authorization lock in their office. There'll be another one in the security office. You'll need to disable all three.
Okay.
Alright, simple enough for that. Anything in here in the file cabinets? No? Okay. Oh, we a heavy sleeper.
You know how the other night I was stopping I'm rolling past the archive, and I hear something. Look inside.
God, I hate these chairs. There we go.
I didn't disturb your rest, did I? Shh. I'm here to rob the place.
The teller's drawers. Each one maintains an overnight float of 1,000 balboas.
I'm not interested in petty cash.
You'll never crack the main vault. It's impregnable.
Then you won't mind if I try.
No, of course. You're the boss. Whatever you say.
What can you do to help me?
The retinal scanner here. I can unlock it.
That's very kind of you.
I wish you luck with the vault. I wish you luck with the vault.
How very nice of you. Great. Thank you for your service. Oh, look, another camera. That's exactly what I wanted.
Fix this, Paco. Fix that, Paco. This is broken, but you gotta restore it. Always slick. Cleaning up, always taking care of you so you can do your work. Oh, don't worry. If you break it, Paco will fix it. Paco is nothing better than to fix every stupid little thing that breaks. What was that code again? 8645. Now, what else can Paco fix for you?
See, this is why you work smarter, not harder. $99, Paco.
I'm telling you. No, Shax. It was way too big to be a rat. Maybe it was a monkey.
Probably could have interrogated him for the door code, but...
You're crazy. I know that bed is pretty big. But bears are huge. And a bear will have the strongest office anyway. Well, maybe it was a little bear. You know, one of those cute ones. We don't even have bears in Panama. Maybe it escaped from the zoo. You're an imbecile. It was too big to be a rat.
8645. Oh, I do know the code. I don't remember that. Just gotten it from the computer I hacked? I have no idea. Weird. Alright. It's on this computer. Oh.
Fisher, watch the alarms. This is a bank robbery after all.
Nothing here. I am sure there is nothing here.
The amount of times I made that same mistake as a kid is hilarious. No, you're supposed to select it with the other button, the X button, not the A button. That's how you finalize the hack.
Oh no, Circasian. That's exactly what I didn't want to see.
Circasi, is that some kind of dried meat?
He's probably the best computational theorist in the world. He worked with Morgenholt on Project Watson. Word is he's gone off his nut.
Sounds like bad guy material to me.
hell are we gonna do now?
Well, don't look at me. I don't know.
Go lightly. I'm not going through.
Hey, you still there? Are you okay?
You know, if you're not careful, they can actually bash you and kill you that way, which is hilarious.
Someone knocked him out. What was that? Oh man, this is getting...
All right, that was dealt with. All right, buddy, get up. Sweet. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Oh well. Switch. There we go. That's what I want. Darkness. Alright, what do we got here? Let's try that again. Now, what's the button for this? There we go. There we go. Gotta find the right series of codes. That's how you do it. You select the numbers that highlights, and then you try to find the one that you need to submit in the left side.
In sports, pitcher Akira Watanabe arrived in New York yesterday for his first practice with his new team. After a full day of evaluations, head pitching coach Matthew Furland stated that Watanabe was, quote, easily the best baseball pitcher ever.
Okay.
That's a relief. Our installer seems to be compatible with their local OS.
That's it? Just plug and play?
That's the idea. No fuss. Get all 8 of those forged mails uploaded.
Make the robbery look like an inside job.
Exactly.
That's the Treasury's authorization. 2 more to go.
Got a bad feeling about this.
Have to enter the office. Of course I use the door code. Of course. What do you mean no secure? No one is listening. You are paranoid. What? Do not say the door code. 3490. 3490. 3490. 3490. There, I said it. I say the code. What are you going to do about it? Oh, I am terrified! Estupido!
Well, now we know the door code to one of the doors. Okay. Oh, there we go. Man, we feel like a real heister now.
Chilly.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is air conditioning. It's gonna be chilly. Cameras.
No define again.
Stupid piece of junk. How come the air conditioning in the president's office never fails? But our fan breaks every...
Next.
Listen, he's the president, and we are just security guards. Might as well have Noriega back.
Always the poor who suffer for the rich.
Tell me about it. Well, anyway, we better fix it.
No way. I ain't getting my hands dirty. Call that loser Paco up here and make him do it.
Hey, good idea.
I love that there's an actual story to this place. And it's just one guy getting abused by his colleagues.
Oh, God, no.
Are there any other ways in or out of this room that you might want to tell me about?
Birds?
Birds? What do you mean, birds?
The vents above the fan. I think they lead outside. I can hear birds nesting in them.
Well, that is useful information.
Does that mean I get to leave?
Let me think about it.
Yes, let's think about this.
I don't know anything else. I told you about the vent. Please, do not hurt me.
I'm done thinking about it. You get to live for now. Until you become an inconvenience to me. And then I might have to kill you. Hey, buddy. Just gonna bring you all the way over here real quick. You know, I believe there are graphic mods for this game. I'm pretty sure most of Ubisoft Tom Clancy games, especially the old ones, do have mods. I already looked at this one. Yeah. I'd like to see a higher resolution version of this game. Talking Dog wows President. President Bowers today pinned the blue ribbon on Talking Dog, a 4-year-old Best of Show winner at the Middlemounts Dog and Kennel Show in Tennessee. Why would they care about shit that happens somewhere else? I don't know.
That's 2 down. Now just authorised from the President's office.
Do they not have dog shows in Panama? Do. Anytime now. Oh. That's the only one that's got a 30 in that place. Disable cameras.
Good thinking, Fisher. Now, even if you're caught on camera, they won't be able to ID you.
Yep. But why would I even need to worry about that when I could just turn them off entirely? But just that extra level of just security and assurance. Alright, nothing useful there. I imagine. I don't think there's anybody in there. Yep. That must be the president. You know, didn't Kip say he worked in finance? I think he specifically mentioned that he worked at a bank once before. I wonder if any of this is true to what it's like to actually work for a bank.
Chinese ambassador to the United States, Long Dan, was recalled to China today for an emergency meeting with government officials regarding ongoing problems between Korea.
Yawn. Oh. Well, it's definitely not in the 40 position. Okay, so it's not in the 20 position. It's not in the 30 position. There's only one code. There we are. All right.
Looks like more lasers ahead, Sam. This whole place is singing with photons.
There's a guard who seems to be walking around here, no problem.
Maybe he has some kind of beacon. Get close and you can stay in his electronic shadow.
Fancy. Now that's true futuristic tech right there.
That's a neat trick you do with the lasers.
¿Qué? What? Oh, the grids. They detect some kind of signal emitted by a transmitter stitched into my uniform.
Give me the transmitter.
I don't know where it is. I swear. It's just stitched into my uniform somewhere.
That's bad news for you. Because I still need to get past the lasers. And since I don't want to undress you, that means I have to take your body.
My body? You mean my unconscious body? I hope.
Either way works for me.
Please. You don't need to kill me. Please. You don't need to kill me.
Oh, well, nothing here.
All right. Well. I want to open that door with the window there.
What's it doing now? I don't know what you are doing, but you better come out of there. Come out!
Hi there. There we go. No one else should be alerted. Okay. More security systems that need hacking. These games always have a unique way for hacking into things.
That's half of the forged mail, Sam. 4 more to go.
Thanks. I've always found it hard to count past 3.
No need to be smarmy, Sam.
Schmarmy. I'm fucking she now. You know how old I am? Isn't Sam Fisher supposed to be 40 canonically in this timeline? At this point in the game? There we go.
Who left this open? Hey, stop fooling around and put the lights back on.
Are you just gonna complain, or you can actually try and do something? Oh boy. Hey, is your friend blind? Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Bad news.
Ah! Okay, very funny, Tahoe. Hey! Oh!
I'm not Tahoe.
Who? Oh! Oh no!
Stay calm. Tell me something interesting.
The security cameras. The system is centralized. There's a main camera room. You can access the cameras from there.
Where?
Second floor.
Yeah, I already did that. Thanks for the info, but it's useless.
I can't think of anything else.
Oh no.
I told you about the camera room.
Usefulness is at an end again.
Who's there?
Okay. I love it when my games do that. What's the door code, I wonder? Doesn't tell me. Means I never learned it. Alright. What do we got? That's not it. I'm so used to hitting E for everything. No, there's nobody in here. I was expecting somebody to be in here. But there's 3 people. Security room door code, a booth. Why is it suddenly dark? Oh, it's not that one. There we go.
Yeah.
Another fake email. How many of these things do we need to upload before we're done? I believe I have to go to the fucking reception desk too for it. Next step, down here.
The game is up. I can hear you in there.
And here I thought I got all the guys.
Damn it. What was that?
Oh, who knows? So, you like jazz? No? Oh well. I'm a bit of a jazz guy myself. Well, that was simple and easy. Not a big music guy, personally. Video game music is always great, but as far as like what kind of music that I like as a genre, I tend to gravitate towards jazz. I also tend to gravitate towards, well, rock music, like Breaking Benjamin among other things, but I also like a bit of classical. Especially when I was writing back in the day, classical music definitely helps with that. Classic and jazz. I'm such a basic bitch. I'm white as the driven snow as well, so that probably helps. You think when these guys wake up at whatever point, they're going to be losing their fucking marbles? Like, how do you imagine they're gonna wake up and after all of this and just imagine themselves feeling at, you know, when this is all said and done? I can't imagine it. Just like one guy infiltrated this entire place and then knocked everybody out, stole money and information, and just walked right out. Like, you have to imagine that's got to do something to your mental. The medkits are in the first class's surplus. If anybody has the runs, tell them there's some pills and stuff in the washroom. $69. Nice. So, it's not the one with a 30 in that place. What's that one?
Great work, Fisher. One more forged mail and we're covered.
Doing my best.
Yep. And that's all you could ever ask for. Okay. Let's see. This needs to be activated. Did I hit all the buttons around the place? I think there's one access that I'm missing. Probably back upstairs, too. Did I actually hit the one back at the main office? You know, that I think about it, I don't think I did. I'll get that real quick. Check in here real quick. No. Need to borrow you real quick. Your assistance in this matter is very appreciative. How do I drop you again? I believe it was... That's all I want. I think it was Q. No. Let's see. Where was it? That wasn't it. Funny little secret place, though. It has the best item in the entire game. A gold bar. One that you could probably bludgeon someone with. You can actually knock people out with objects in this game. I don't like it when my gold bars bounce back at me. Alright. Where is that? Nope, I did not.
Right, that's authorization done. The outer cage to the vault should be opening as we speak.
Great.
Just inside the cage, there's a small vault full of safety boxes. Your mate dropped off some kit for you in one of them.
All right, I'll let you know when I'm there.
Alright, gotta go all the way back now. There we go. Alright. Now I just gotta get back to that room again. Time to go bust open a vault.
Sam, it's Will.
Turtle said one of these boxes had some equipment in it?
Chest level, right-hand side, number 1024.
Oh, yeah. $10.24. There we go.
Careful with that gear.
What is all this stuff?
The charges are for the vault, and the other thingamy-bob is a telemetric lockpick.
A telemetric lockpick?
Head down to the main vault. We'll walk you through it there. Alright, next you need to pop both of these locks at the same time.
That's what the telemetric pick is for.
Exactly. It reads your movements in one lock and mimics them in the other lock. Real time.
You guys use some cool toys.
Yeah.
Right. Now once you get the feel for each pin, you have to wait a second for the telemetric pick to sync up. Once it beeps, Bob's your uncle, you can pick the pin and move to the next one. Don't try and pick a pin before you're in sync, or you'll have to restart.
Right.
Lawbreakers would be crafty sons of bitches. Now I gotta wait a second. Wait a second. Nice. Sweet.
Alright, now place the charges over the main pins. Once they're all in place, well, I'm sure you can figure it out.
There we go. Now we back away.
And open sesame.
Lambert, we're in.
Great work. Sam, get in there and find those hard drives.
Yeah, as soon as the thing opens. There we go.
I have fragments of a message here from someone named Dvorak. Echelon doesn't have a file on him. Wait. That's weird.
What?
The deleted messages. They're 512 encrypted. I haven't seen 512 since Philip Mass.
I killed Mass outside Severomorsk.
I remember. And it's confirmed. So this is someone with access to some seriously classified information.
Zerkazy?
That's a frightening possibility.
Great work, Fisher. Now any investigation into the robbery will only point back at the investigators.
So the Panamanian government will end up sending some innocent banker to prison?
Innocent if you don't count providing arms to revolutionaries.
Oh, right, I forgot. Bankers. Evil.
Good job.
Especially nowadays.
The whole mission will look like a robbery. They'll never know why we were here.
Lambert, now that I'm holding 50 million bucks, I think we need to talk about that raise again.
25 cents an hour and not a penny more.
Deal.
Yeah, that one would get you if you're not careful.
All right, Fisher. We'll extract you as planned from the same location you were inserted.
Over the wall from the front courtyard?
That's right. Redding will be waiting for you nearby.
On my way.
Great. Gonna get the fuck out of here. Since I just went through the process of eliminating all the guards, all I had to do is just walk right out. Yippee. Screw your lock. And away we go. Let's see, is it back over here or back over the rope? Back over the rope. Nice. Mission completed. 87%, that's not too bad. Yeah, and the alarm being triggered was kind of an accident, but that does tend to happen from time to time. Stealth missions are hard to get done, especially right. Nothing ever goes according to plan. That is the sad truth. Ugh. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. I'd rather not retry. I can't do anything else. Okay. Manhattan. Zerkazy, a former associate of Morganhill, may be working with someone known as Dvorak to gather classified intelligence about weaponized algorithms known as the Masse kernels, determine who Dvorak is and what his relationship is to Zerkazy. You can see the beam emitted from an IR camera and night vision. Nice. That's going to be important because of what this level's going to give me.
So Zerkazy and Morganholt are the only two people who ever saw those algorithms.
And Morganholt is dead. And Zerkazy is connected to a mystery guest we know nothing about.
Dvorak.
Morganholt and Zerkazy are geeks, not terrorists. Maybe this Dvorak is some kind of puppeteer.
No hitter, bottom of the 8th. 2-0, New York in the 8th. Akira Watanabe is on the mound. He's pure concentration, pure focus.
Hey, look, Booby Soft.
This is no coincidence. You're on your way to the Big Apple. Bruce Morganholt and Abraham Zerkazy were partnered together on Project Watson, the UN committee that cracked the mass kernels. They're the ones who discovered 512 encryption, the same encryption used in the messages you recovered at MCAS Bank. If this so-called Dvorak person has somehow gotten his hands on mass-based IW algos, we're in a world of hurt.
I've been trying to penetrate Zerkazy's private network since we connected him to this mess. I've seen some tough network security before, and I expected Zerkazy to have top-of-the-line tech, but this is crazy. Zerkazy's server isn't just impenetrable or invisible, it's like looking for a shadow in a pitch-black room. It's driving me crazy.
Things are turning sour in New York. It's been 24 hours since the blackout, and no one has a clue when it might end. We've got sporadic reports of unrest all over Manhattan, but it hasn't started to spill over yet. Word coming down from above is that the National Guard will be deployed within the hour. We'll need to insert you into an alley behind a building adjacent to the Target building. Watch out for civilians.
I'm gonna make my job that much more complicated, huh? All right. Of course, we're going with the stealth build. What was that
Fisher,
Windows 7
the National
thing?
Guard was deployed into Manhattan about an hour ago.
I feel safer already.
Watch your fire, Sam. Those boys aren't expecting to see you and they'll attack on sight. Do not, I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Good.
What the hell? Oh. I see it. There's something wrong. I think there's something wrong with the shaders. You can see it on the bottom of my screen. Interesting. Well, I was gonna just kind of save and then go and take a break, but this is funny. Definitely need to quit entirely. That's there we go. All right. All right. Nice. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a break, get something to eat, and get myself sorted. And I shall return. It'll be hopefully real quick, but you know me, it probably might take a bit. I have no idea. Let's see.